Today we're going to look at PEP Ability Test 2020 Part 1. General instructions. There are 40 items on this test. Each one has only one correct answer. Read each item carefully, then select the shaded one that corresponds to the answer you have chosen. For items 1 and 2, select the word that best completes each sentence. Students are to school as soldiers are to. Right, the answer would be army. D, army. Number 2, socks are to feet as watch is to. So it's telling you the part of the body that the item is worn. So watch can be worn on which part of the body? Right, the wrist. So the answer is A. For items 3, select the correct response. Which does not belong in the group? We have Barbados, St. Kitts, England, and St. Lucia. If you notice, most of these are Caribbean islands except number C, England. So the one that does not belong would be C, England. So whenever you're doing these exams, you just need to read the question carefully. And if you read it one time and you still don't understand, then it's okay to read it more than one time so that you can fully comprehend what it is asking of you, so that you can be able to choose the correct response. For items 4 and 5, select the option that is necessary component of the wording bold. So if you notice, it says necessary component. So we have car. What is the necessary component of a car? We have A, door, B, engine, C, lights, and D, seats. In order for a car to operate, it has to have an engine. So the answer would be B. Number 5, book. What is a necessary component of a book? Right. So the necessary component of a book are pages. They have chapters, glossary, pictures, pages. There won't be any book without pages in it. So the answer would be D. For items 6 and 7, which pair of words is the odd one out? You have A, doctor, patient, B, coach, player, C, teacher, student, and D, brother, sister. So which one of the pair you think is the odd one out? Right, the odd one out would be D, because doctor, coach, and teachers, it's all speaking about profession and the necessary and the corresponding pair of word to that. So a brother and sister is not a profession. The next one is 7. We have auditorium choir, stadium spectators, church congregation, supermarket customers. Again, look at it. What you find common among most of the pairs there is showing area where people gather. So like auditorium, stadium, and church, where a supermarket is not included in this gathering. So the odd one out would be supermarket customers. So as I said before, whenever you're doing these types of exam, it's very key and critical that you read each question carefully and read it more than one time so that you're able to fully understand what it is that is asking. And if you're unsure at the moment, put an answer and then, place like a placeholder at that question so that when it's time for you to review, and if you have extra time, you can go back to that question and review it. So sometimes you may not fully know the answers yet, but like you can make an intelligent guess. But when you're reviewing, you may want to go back to that question. So it's always good to have like a pencil to make a little mark like that this is a question that you need to go back or review. So I hope you're making note of these tips. If you're liking what you're seeing so far, please subscribe to the channel so that more content like these can reach you and other students that would benefit from it. I have a question sign at auditorium and choir because most people maybe would want to choose that one, but based on what I've said before, that would not be it. The answer would be D as the odd one out. The words in the table below are alike in some way. Use them to answer items 8. Cheerful, delighted, jovial, glad. Number 8. Which of the following is not? You notice what's highlighted, not, like the words in the table. You have A, lucky, B, happy, E, elated, and contented. So happy, elated, and contented, they all mean the same thing as what is in the table. So the one that is not like the others would be A, lucky. Number 9. Use the alphabet to help find the next pair of letters in the series. So you have AZ, CW, ET, and GQ. And just use your pencil as a marker for each letter so that you can see whatever trend that is there. So if you notice, starting from the left, it goes up by one letter is skipped each time. Whereas over the right hand side, starting from Z, 2 letters are skipped. So based on this trend, we can now find what to be filled in. So if we take it from where G is, then if we skip H, then the letter that we would have is I. And if we're skipping from Q, we would skip P and O. So the letter that we would have is N. So the answer would be IN. So that is the way to approach these questions. So that you can come up with the correct answer. Just always note what it is that the question is asking you for and the information that is given, and then observe if there's any trend or any similarities in the questions. So the answer for this one is A, IN. Identify what comes next in the sequence. We have seed, plant, blossom. The answer would be C, fruit. That's the next in the series. For items 11, examine the words closely, then select the correct sequence in terms of their size. We have country, village, county, and parish. So the largest would be country, and the smallest would be village. So it's saying that we should rank them in terms of their size. So we see A says 3 country. That would be incorrect because that's not the largest nor the smallest. Okay, 2. B says 2. Okay, village. Then it says 3 county. That would be an incorrect sequence. So let's go to the next one. C. We have 1 country. Then 2 village. Then 3 county. That's where it's incorrect. So C would not be the answer. So let us check D. We have 2 village, 4 parish, 3 county, then 1 country. That would be the correct answer. So it's always important to read the questions carefully so that you're able to choose the correct answers. I'll give you a time for you to read the next question prior to me to see if you can do that one. What about number 12? What do you think the answer would be? All right, let's go. For item 12, examine the words closely, then select the correct sequence in terms of their rank. We have 1 Prime Minister, 2 Mayor, 3 Governor General, 4 Member of Parliament. The highest here is Governor General. Yes, the Governor General is actually of a higher rank than the Prime Minister because he works on behalf of the King of England. So we have A, 3 Governor General. Then it says 1 Prime Minister, which is what we just said. Then it says 4 Member of Parliament and then 2 Mayor. So the correct answer would be A. Did you get that one? Even if you didn't get that one, as I said before, if you're unsure, make an intelligent guess to put in an answer and then place a marker there so that you can review it before you hand in your paper. For items 13, select the most appropriate word to complete the sentence. Water keeps the body, especially when participating in sports. When you're participating in sports, what you tend to do? You tend to get thirsty. So if you drink water, what does it keep you? Right, so the answer would be C, hydrated. Water keeps the body hydrated. Next one. For items 4 and 15, read each sentence carefully. Then select the correct response. Jackie's mother's sister has a son. How would that son be related to Jackie? So Jackie's mother has a sister, so that means Jackie's mother's sister would be Jackie's aunt. And if that aunt has a son, then that would be Jackie's cousin. So the answer would be B, cousin. Number 15. 4 planes left the airport about the same time, heading to the same destination. Plane B arrived at the destination before plane A and D, but after plane C. Which plane arrived first? Based on the information given in this question, which plane you think arrived first? It would be plane A and it would be plane B. So it would be plane A and it would be plane D. So it would be either plane B or C. But if you notice, it says that plane B arrived after plane C. So the answer would be plane C. Did you get that one? Right. So the answer is C. Read the passage carefully, then select the best option in items 16 to 18. Who doesn't love a cold? So the paragraph is about Devon House. Who doesn't love a cold, sweet, and creamy treat? Everyone loves ice cream. And the ultimate creamy treat for most Jamaicans is Devon House ice cream. To us, there is no better ice cream in the world. Every day is ice cream day. However, Sunday afternoon and public holidays are the famous for Jamaican families to spread out on the lawns of Devon House and enjoy ice cream. 35 delicious flavors to choose from. Now, let's talk about the Devon House mansion itself. Did you know that this historical landmark was owned by Jamaica's first black millionaire, George Steeble? A tour of George Steeble's magnificent home gives us a glimpse of how the wealthy lived in the late 19th century. So that ends the reading of that paragraph. So the questions that follows. Why do most families go to Devon House? To visit George Steeble, get a history lesson, visit the wealthy? We know the answer would be D, to get ice cream. Which of the following is implied by the passage before the 19th century? It didn't say during the 19th century, before. So the answer would be Jamaica had no black billionaires, because the last sentence in the paragraph says a glimpse of how it says that yes, it says, now let's talk about Devon House mansion itself. Did you know that this historical landmark was owned by Jamaica's first black billionaire? And then it speaks about how the wealthy live in the 19th century. So before the 19th century, there was no black billionaire. So that would be the correct answer. A. 18. Which statement about Devon House is true? It is only open on Sundays. Devon House was built in the 20th century. It offers more than just ice cream. The ice cream. So if you look back on the paragraph, the answer would be that it offers more than ice cream. So the answer would be C. I'm just going back and forth so that you can look at the paragraph so that you can see which option is best. So that's also good. Even though sometimes you read the paragraph, it's good to check back with the paragraph and the relevant question if you're unsure, just to ensure that the answer that you're choosing is correct. I hope you got that one correct. So always pace your time. Make note of how long it is that you're taking to answer each question. Some questions may require more thinking than others. If you don't necessarily want to be working on that question for too long, as I said, just place a marker there, answer the question, and then now return to it when you have extra time to review. The words in bold are from an artificial language. Beside each word is its meaning in English, and you see the relevant words. Which word could mean baby dog? So the word for baby is vich, V-I-C-H. So the answer that we should get should start with that word, V-I-C-H. So which one is it? The answer would be B. So vish lascio. Number 20. Use the statement below to answer items 20. Guinea pigs are from the class of mammals. Rabbits and guinea pigs make good pets. Rabbits and guinea pigs are from the same class. From the statement, which must be true. So review it and see. A, all mammals make good pets. All pets are mammals. Rabbits are mammals. Rabbits are guinea pigs. So all mammals make good pets? No, the paragraph did not say that. All pets are mammals. He did not say that either. That would kind of correspond with A as well. So we're left with C and D. Rabbits are mammals. Rabbits are guinea pigs. No, it did not say rabbits are guinea pigs. But C, rabbits are mammals. Because it says guinea pigs are from the class of mammals. Right? And then the last one says rabbits and guinea pigs are from the same class. So what class are we talking about? Mammals. So therefore, a rabbit is a mammal just like how a guinea pig is a mammal. So the answer would be C. I hope you're understanding what we're discussing so far and how to go about trying to decipher the answer to each one of these questions for this first 20. We'll be returning to do part 2, where we'll be doing the quantitative section. So this was the qualitative section. Subscribe to the channel.